This cut of meat, rack of lamb, is tender, juicy, and flavorful. A rack of lamb typically has 8 ribs and has been Frenched, meaning the excess fat and meat has been trimmed from the bones. The origin of rack of lamb lies in England and continues to be popular during the holiday seasons. To start the preparation of your rack of lamb, your first step is to remove it from the wrapper, take it out of the refrigerator, and let it sit to come to room temperature. This will take about 2 hours. While this is coming to room temperature, it's the time to prepare your wet rub. You will need approximately 2 tablespoons of chopped minced rosemary, 1 clove of garlic that has been minced, 1½ teaspoons of salt and 1½ teaspoons of pepper, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and about 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. To make your wet rub, start by adding your minced rosemary into your bowl, your minced garlic, your generous amount of salt and pepper, your Dijon mustard, and your balsamic vinegar. And now you just want to thoroughly mix this all together. When making this rub, proportions really aren't all that important, but what is important is to make sure that you have enough of this wet rub to cover all sides of your rack of lamb. The fatty side, and then flipping it over, the meaty side. Don't forget the corners on both sides. Back over. And now this needs to sit for about 1 hour to absorb the seasonings. While your meat is seasoning, this is the time to make the pomegranate mint sauce. You will need 1/2 cup of fresh chopped mint leaves, 1/2 cup of pomegranate seeds, 1/3 cup of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of pomegranate molasses, 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 grated garlic clove, and salt to taste. Your first step is to take your mint leaves and start a rough chop, which we will then turn into a fine chop until you have about 1/2 cup. Keep chopping your mint until you have it as fine as you can possibly get it, and then we'll measure out. We want 1/2 cup of this finely chopped mint. So to make your pomegranate sauce, into a small bowl, add about a generous tablespoon of your pomegranate molasses. I was recently introduced to pomegranate molasses by a fellow cook, and I have found it to be a great addition to my pantry. But it can be very hard to find, but it is available online. Your lemon zest, your salt, your lemon juice, and your olive oil. And you want to mix this together. And now, once it's all mixed together and combined, you're going to add 1/2 cup of pomegranate seeds and that beautiful 1/2 cup of chopped mint all at once. You're going to mix this thoroughly. And your final addition, 1 large grated clove of garlic. To get ready to roast your rack of lamb, start by heating about 2 tablespoons of olive oil or duck fat or vegetable oil into a large pan, and heat it, and very carefully place your rack of lamb in the pot. We're going to sear it on all sides about 4 minutes per side. You want to transfer your lovely rack of lamb onto, I'm using a parchment-lined copper baking pan. And this now goes into our preheated 425-degree oven for 20 minutes. Once out of the oven and rested for 15 minutes, carve the lamb and pour the pomegranate and mint sauce over the meat. This rack of lamb makes an impressive presentation with the red of the pomegranate seeds and green of the mint. It is succulent and delicious and sure to become a favorite holiday treat.